Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phono with Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon. How are you?
How are you, sir? Ambassador Bayoumi, now this is the first visit by an Egyptian president in 35 years. How do you see the importance of this visit by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi after all these years?
Because all these years it was consumed because of the collapse of the Soviet Union, of the communism, and the war in the Balkan also, because Serbia was a part of the old Yugoslavia since President Tito and our President Gamal Abdel Nasser and Nehru in India were real leaders of this whole process of the non-aligned countries. And we had a very special relation by that time. We have a tripartite agreement between the three countries in order to open the border for all our exports and imports. Then the war in Balkan and the collapse of the Soviet Union stopped all this process. Now Serbia and the other smaller countries are on the track, and now we are trying to restore this sort of relations because it was very important. We have very good reputation in that country. I remember the first time I went to Belgrade and I want to tell the driver to take me to the Egyptian embassy. He didn't understand my language, so I just told him Tito Nasser. He immediately understood that to go to the Egyptian embassy. Also in Egypt, you will find that in this generation, some families name their son after the name Tito. So it is a very special relation, and I like the special relation, especially if it's based on exchanging interests and economic cooperation. Yes. Many things are tying us with Serbia now. We have an eminent embassy and ambassador in Belgrade. So this is proof that we are on the right track to restore all these relations and all these interesting relations with a very dear country to us.
Yes. So, Ambassador Bayoumi, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Serbian President Alexander Vučić signed a number of agreements and memorandum of understandings in fields of higher education, agriculture, art, and also media. So how do you see this?
This is a continuation of what was going on. We have a sort of industrial cooperation by that time, especially to build the agricultural tractors in Egypt with the Yugoslav experience. So we are completing what was happening. We are coming back to this file in order to restore our relations. So it's not strange that we are going to cooperate in many fields, whether it is industry, it is economic cooperation, or now we are talking about education also.
Yes, there are also memorandum of understanding that were signed between the two leaders in the field, the Arts Museum and the Serbian Arts Museum and the Egyptian Museum of Civilization.
Yes, of course, and this one part of what we are proud of, that we are showing our civilization to the whole world, especially in Europe, where they appreciate very much the Egyptian history. And here, if we present our history through the museum, then it is something to add to our relations, because now we have new generations which are not like the old generation who knows about the Egyptian civilization. We have to present this, and the visit of our president is also a good propaganda for our culture, for our history, and I hope this will continue in the near future, and as to pave the way for more and more tied relations between the two countries.
Yes, Your Excellency, Ambassador Bayoumi, also concerning the memorandum of understandings. There was also a memorandum of understanding that were signed between the General Authority for Investment of the two countries in the fields of small and medium projects. And we know that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi gives very important concern and care for investment, and especially for small and medium enterprises and projects.
This is true because now we are on the point that Egypt is encouraging more and more investment, especially in the medium and tiny size industries, because it fits totally with the aims of our young generation. We want a young gentleman who to be able to establish his own projects, and we shall help them to do that by finance, by make all the waste in order to establish a small project very easy or easier than before. Then this means that we are on this track, and we hope that we can also attract investors from Serbia, especially that we are very ambitious about our industrial zone in the Suez Canal zone, or in the west of Egypt, or in Upper Egypt, or in Sinai.
Yes, Your Excellency, Ambassador Bayoumi,